Welcome to Dizzy Resolve. I'm Dr. Vicky Stewart, a dizziness recovery specialist with over 15 years of experience as a vestibular physiotherapist with a PhD in dizziness disorders. If you're living with chronic dizziness, whether it's vestibular migraine, PPPD, MDDS, anxiety-related dizziness, or something your doctors can't quite explain, you're in the right place. At Dizzy Resolve, we bring together science-backed education, real recovery stories, and a whole person approach. So you can move from confusion and fear to more clarity, calm, and confidence. You'll also hear from a range of experts across medicine, movement, mindset, and more, because lasting healing means looking at the whole picture. Please note, this content is for general education only and is not a substitute for medical advice. So always speak with your healthcare provider before making any changes. Subscribe now and let's change what's possible. Right, I have AJ here today. Thank you so much, AJ, for joining me for a conversation because you've just finished the shift in the last 1-2 weeks, very recently, and you've come to have a chat with me just to share where you were before so that people can resonate and to get an idea of where you are now and what you've got out of the program. So thank you for joining me, AJ. We were unique because we met face to face. A lot of people that I work with, haven't actually physically met in the same location, but we live in the same area. And you came to me in my vestibular physiotherapy clinic, first of all, and then you came into the shift after that. But to begin with, can you just share a little bit of your life, even outside of dizziness, just who are you? A little bit about you.
My name's AJ, and I've lived on 3 continents. Not many people can say that. I grew up in England, then moved to South Africa with my first husband. He lives on the Gold Coast, and we got married 9.5 years ago, and I'm here now.
Beautiful. And then, so before you joined the shift, can you give us a walk in the day of life, or walk in the week of a life, in regards to your symptoms and how it affected your life and what it limited you from doing, that sort of thing?
So before I got dizzy, I was very busy. I still do own my own business. I was working there 4 or 5 days a week and quite a few weekends during the year. Outside of that, I was a secretary for the Orchid Society. I was the president of the dog club. I was an instructor at the dog club. So I was a very busy person. And once the dizziness started, my world shrank so quickly. Couldn't believe how quickly it shrank. And it shrank to 3 rooms. Basically, this living room, my bedroom, and the bathroom. I didn't want to go outside. I didn't want people to see me because in my mind, I felt I was stumbling the whole time. And I thought people would judge me and say, gosh, she's drunk. Look, this time, and things like that. So I just stopped going out. I wouldn't go anywhere. And then I don't stop driving. So I had lost that independence as well. And then so I got my husband to drive me to physiotherapy because I originally had BPPV, when the crystals in your ear move. And the physios got rid of that, but the dizziness didn't go. So and then eventually, yes, I came along to see you, and you said, I've got PPPD. And I joined the shift that afternoon. It started, I think, the day before, so I had a bit of catching up today.
Yeah, it was a very quick turnaround. It was like you were ready though. You were so at your wits' end of like, I've done physio, I've done all of this. I want this to be over. And you were probably you were a little bit like talking to a different person than you are now, if I'm being really honest. Do you see that in yourself as well?
Oh yeah, I lost all my confidence, and I'm an eloquent speaker. I've spoken in front of conferences of thousands of people, but I just lost everything, all the confidence of walking and talking, everything.
Yeah.
Because
What sort of time frame are we talking?
oh, sorry. Yeah, so the event I worked out actually started or was at the beginning of July this year. So I haven't suffered like some people have suffered for years and years and years. It literally was, I was just coming on to 4 months when I met you.
Yeah.
3
Yeah. And
months.
this is a really good point that, some people I work with have had it for years, decades even. Whereas other people are able to get the advice and have come into this program, after 3-4 months. And I've gained so much confidence in recommending this to people in that early phase. 3 to 4 months, I'm sure, doesn't feel early or a short period of time in your life. Um, but without it, it may have gone on and become a, year long, 2 year, who knows? We don't know. But it works for in that earlier stage as well. But tell us, you've set the scene of what you were like before having dizziness, and then what you were like leading up to starting the shift. Um, what made you decide to join, other than me saying, this is an option
Well,
for
you
you?
say it because nothing else was working. And I put a post up on my Facebook page when I first got dizzy, and it was incredible the amount of people that contacted me saying they had the same symptoms, they'd had them for years, and
Yeah,
nothing works and all of this. And I thought, no, I don't want to live like this. This is not the way I want to be. So
yeah,
when you said this about the shift, and we spoke about it for a few minutes, and then you emailed me some information, I just thought, well, I've got to go for it. I have to
yeah.
try. I'm not going to be like these other people. And so many people were embarrassed to even mention that they've got it. It's like it's a
Yeah.
hidden thing, this vestibular disease.
And so then once you got into the group, what was it like being part of the shift community and on the group calls?
That was absolutely fantastic. Knowing for me, Wednesday morning, I could sit for an hour and a half, and didn't matter what I said, feeling about my symptoms, everyone on there understood. It's very
Yeah,
difficult for my husband and my family to understand.
yeah,
I did actually say to my husband, I wish you would have it for just 1 hour, then you would have a clue of what this is like. Because I think he was
yeah.
getting a bit frustrated with me not doing anything. I said, it's not that. I can't at the moment. I can't do these things. So to talk to people who are going through exactly the same, and to get their support and to try and support them, I think was wonderful. I miss it actually. I miss the
Yeah,
chats.
yeah. Yeah, I just spoke with one of your other participants before this call as well, Cindy, and she was saying the same thing, that she's like, she woke up on the Monday morning and she had a win to share, and she's like, I've got nowhere to share my win. um, uh, so yeah, so because being part of the community is part of what I wanted to create with this program, right? Just having that support and feeling like you are understood, and that can't just come from a professional. It needs to come from a community type feel as well, while you're making so many big changes. So what was your shift? What was your big changes? What have you noticed since going through the whole process?
I've noticed that I can control the dizziness. I've got tools now that can stop it when it starts. I can't stop it starting, but I
Yeah,
know how to get it to stop. And along with the dizziness would often come panic attacks. And that's the other
yeah,
thing. I've had those for years, and I've learned how to stop those, which was, I thought that was fabulous, and it has worked since I finished the shift. I started to have a panic attack on a certain event, and I managed to stop it within 10 minutes or so. Calm down, calm breathing, calm, no dizziness. And I've had
that's
whole
huge,
days without
AJ.
being dizzy, which is I never thought I would.
Yeah, that is huge. And I've had other people say same sort of things. It's far more reaching than just your dizziness symptoms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so if you could sum up in just a sentence or two what life's like now for you, what would you say?
So life is starting to get back to normal, and I managed to work 1 day a week, which I wasn't even doing that. I have driven my car, not very far, because I'm still a little bit unsure about that. Um, but we're looking forward to Christmas. We're driving to family and looking forward to seeing them. I don't feel so isolated. I can get
Yeah.
out and walk my dogs again, which I wasn't doing. And so it's definitely changed. We're not perfect yet, but nobody is. But we're getting there.
Yeah. Yeah. And this journey doesn't end here either. It's been 10 weeks, which you've made fabulous changes in that time, but you've set yourself up for that to continue as well. Um, and I'm going to make a point of it to bring people, if you agree, back on in like 6 months' time to do another little, well, this is me now type situation, so that people can hear the progress lasts. So I'll make more of a point of that. But if someone was watching this and thinking, oh, gee, you know, I really resonate with what AJ was like, and that sounds like me, but I'm, you know, nervous that it won't work for me, or that I don't want to do not sure if the shift is right for me. Is there anything that you would say to them?
I would say to them, you have to give it a try. There's nothing else like the shift out there to help you with dizziness, persistent dizziness. There really isn't. And it's all the people that I met on the course, you know, sharing our wins, that we're able to do things. That one lady managed to get on a plane for the first time in years. And we're all cheering each other on. It does make a difference. It gives me the tools to change this further in the future. So I would suggest you join.
Yeah. Thank you so much for saying that. And I think I've said this to you earlier, but you know, I used to be quite awkward about asking people to come on and sharing, you know, these testimonial type calls. And now I'm just like, no, I'm doing it for the people who still are in that place and need the assistance. So I really appreciate you, and I really thank you, AJ, for coming on like this. Yeah, thank you. And we will speak to you in 6 months' time.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll speak to you before then, though. Thanks. The information provided in this video is for general educational purposes only and is not intended as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the guidance of your physician or other qualified health professional with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition or treatment, and never disregard professional medical advice or delay seeking it because of something you have seen or heard on Dizzy Resolve.